They finished 14th place last year, and we're going to try and take them all the way to the top of the Bundesliga. For the second season of Replicating Ranieri, we're using Eintracht Frankfurt. Hello guys, and welcome to the first episode of Replicating Ranieri with Eintracht Frankfurt. If you guys are wondering why I reset the numbers, well, a lot more people click on episode number 1, so sorry if it bothers you, but they'll all be in the same playlist if you guys want to check it out. If you guys didn't see what we did last year with Bournemouth, I wouldn't actually bother checking it out if you want to see some quality football, but if you want it for entertainment, you can click on the iCard up above to check out what we did there. I'll quickly go over the rules for the Claudio Ranieri challenge on Football Manager 2020. So basically, it is a challenge where we have to take a team that finished 14th place or lower the season before we start with them and try and take them to the top of their respective league. So this year we are using Eintracht Frankfurt because they came 14th place in the Bundesliga, and now we're going to try and win the Bundesliga title with them. That is because that is exactly what Ranieri did with Leicester City. He came in when they were 14th place the year before and won the Premier League with them. But that's enough of that. Let's get straight into this year with Eintracht Frankfurt. Season expectations, minimum mid-table finish. Oh, mate, you need to hit it for loftier goals than that. I'm more than happy to go with that. We want to be pushing for the league. There is going to be fierce competition this year with Bayern Munich, Leipzig and Borussia Dortmund all pushing for that title last year. So this year, we really do want to be amongst those sort of boys. Let's take a look at the squad that we do have at our disposal. And I tell you what, I was not expecting this. I thought that Eintracht Frankfurt wasn't as good at this. And I think this year we could genuinely be in with a shot at competing for some silverware. Let's go through the squad. We've got Silva up top, and then we've got Kostic out on the left, Lecky, an Australian, out on the right, and some really good midfielders, including So, who is a really young, really promising Swiss man. And then we've got Willems, who's on loan currently at Newcastle. I think he is coming back before the end of the season. A couple of good centre-backs, including a very young one in Ndicka, who looks very promising. Again, just brilliant across the board, so much depth, and I think I'm going to clear out a lot of the deadwood. If we go into the team report and take a look at squad depth, if you take a look at what we actually do have, the only position that isn't quite there is the right midfielder, and that is certainly the position that I'm keeping my eye on the most. But if you take a look at the CDMs, we have so many, and it's just ridiculous. Every single player, I was going through the team, and every single one of these players can play ball-winning defender. It's ridiculous. And they can all play in central midfield as well. There's just too many of them. But if you take a look at every other position, plenty of cover, and we are going to be having to do some clearing out because our transfer budget this year is actually not bad, but we would still like to raise it up to actually be competing for the Bundesliga title. I think if there is going to be a year that we're going to do this, it's this year. So I'm going to jump straight into the transfer window, try and make some signings, organise everything for this club to prepare for our first game of the season against Schalke away from home. Until then, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe if you are new around here so you don't miss a single episode on this journey. And let's go make some transfers. Our first ever signing for Eintracht Frankfurt, and what a bargain, 675k for Arda Turan. If you guys didn't watch last season, this will be quite confusing to you. We brought him in for Bournemouth. He was a bit of a meme player, so we're sending him across to Germany to hopefully help us win the league this year. Come on, Arda Turan. The Bundesliga transfer window is officially open, and we have brought in 4 new signings. As you guys know, we have brought in Arda Turan. Welcome, welcome, welcome. He has gone down in value, but we don't mind that. Just a wee bit of a backup option. And the fans aren't very happy about it, but that's okay. I think they're pretty happy about these deals. Lookman comes in from RB Leipzig for only $1.4 million. I know that he's not quite a right midfielder that we wanted, but he's too good to turn down, and I think he's a brilliant bargain for us. Danilo comes in for only $5.5 million, and he is going to be an amazing midfielder for us this season. Surely he can do really well for us, playing in that role or this role a little bit deeper, I think he is an absolute steal for that price. And this man, Ake, I think is how you might pronounce it. He was a deal that the team made before I arrived. So it's actually a pretty good deal. So I'm happy to welcome him to the club as well. A wee bit of a rotation option. Don't mind that at all. We're also looking at quite a few players right now. We've actually got some offers underway for, we're thinking about trying to sign Kevin Campbell, who looks really good. We've also got all these players on our shortlist. We're thinking about getting one of these centre backs. Basically what I did was I just took a look at all the players that were transfer listed, and now I scouted them, and I've gotten a lot of really good results back from them, and I think that we've got a solid foundation for a good squad, and I think that this transfer window can be very successful if we make some good signings and some good sales to keep building and building the squad and getting rid of the dead weight. We have signed our right winger. He is only coming in on loan, but Minamino from Liverpool is a very good player, and he has an option to buy at the end of the loan spell, but obviously only spending one season at our club, loan deals are very ideal for us and being successful for our club. This is all the transfer business that has gone on since we last left off. We have managed to sell a couple of players like Durm for $2.6 million, just didn't need him, and then we also sold this aging goalkeeper who wasn't even our backup for $1.4 million. Not too bad at all. And this young goalkeeper came in with a bid from Bayern, and we managed to sell him for $5.75 million. I mean, definitely he's going to be a great goalkeeper one day, but during the time that I'm here, definitely not, and he did want to go to Bayern, so it only made logical sense to do that and get some money into our account. We are taking a look at a lot of players right now. We have a big short list right now, and the main one we were looking to sign was David Silva, but unfortunately he has just decided to go to Celta Vigo, so we are going to take him off the transfer list. Now, if you want to take a look at all the players that are on the short list, you can pause and check them out now. But we are certainly not done in this transfer window just yet. Certainly a couple more positions that I want to improve on, and hopefully we get them done soon. Now this is a big transfer that I am deciding not to do. I really want to get him, but I don't think I can justify it. He's just a really good player, and I know he developed so well in this game, and it's a bargain. But if you take a look at our team report, squad depth, striker is probably the last position that we need to be strengthening. We've got this young player who just came back from loan. He looks incredible. And we've also got Silva, who is on loan for us. We've got Dost, who actually Dost is going to be sold. But we've also got Kamada, who's a young Japanese striker and central attacking midfielder. And also this Portuguese man over here, who I'm actually trying to sell as well. But I think I might not sell him now, because I was only going to sell him if we did get Ozimhen in. If you take a look at our budget, it does take a big hunk out of it, and I'm not really needing this position as much as I need other ones. So unfortunately, Ozimhen isn't going to be a player for our club today, but maybe in the future we'll keep an eye on him. We have done some other business throughout the time that I left you guys. Kevin Campbell has come in. Finally, it took us a while to get over the line, but I'm very happy with the signing. Only $3.2 million, a very good central midfielder / right winger. And he gives a lot of options for positions that we could play him in, which is exactly what we want from this team. And we also managed to sell a bit of the dead weight in this Belgian player who we got $2.2 million for, and this centre-back who we got $2.6 million for. Now this is a deal that I have gone through with, and it is a great one. Koch comes in for only $3.5 million. Amazing stats, 24 years of age, already gone up to a $12 million in value. What a signing he will be, and he will slot straight into that centre-back role. Unfortunately, we have let go of Dost just because of his high wage, almost $50k a week. It's pretty high for our squad, and with a lot of other options at striker, he was certainly the weakest link. We'll take a look at the other transfer business that we have done since last time out. We have sold Toro for a really good fee. I didn't really want to get rid of him, but they came in with a pretty good deal, and I couldn't really say no because of the way that I wanted to dip into into the transfer market, and I know that I could use that $5.75 million and sign a player twice as good as him for the exact same price. We also got rid of this aging central defensive midfielder. As I said at the start of the save, we have a lot of central defensive midfielders and ball-winning midfielders, so we just didn't need this one. He came into Eintracht Frankfurt from RB Leipzig for only $425k, so I certainly turned a profit for the squad, so I don't mind that at all. In my opinion, I think we only need to make one more signing, and that is the left back. If we take a look at the squad depth, the outlying position that needs some work is the left back. Everything else is about 3.5-star current ability, which is what we want, but unfortunately Willems doesn't look like he's quite cut out to be that starting left back. If you take a look at his stats, you could certainly justify playing him, but considering it's the only position that looks like we need some help in, and I still have a bit of money left in the bank account, if we take a look here, still $14 million, I certainly don't mind dipping into the transfer market. We have just signed Jose Perez on loan from Leicester for only $32k a week. He is a really good bit of cover for our team. I've got so much cover in this team. I feel like a really expensive bid. And we also are going to finish the signing of Marcus Alonso. Yes, that is a very high wage. 70k is a lot, but he is a very good player, and I think he will be the final piece of the puzzle that we need to take this team to the next step. And I can't wait to see how they do in the league. I think that's probably everything I'm going to be doing in this transfer window. If anything else does pop up, you guys know you'll be the first to hear about it. But right now, I'm pretty happy with what we've done. We've still got a lot of money left in the bank account, so we can use that for January. And if something does come up before the end of the transfer window, I certainly won't be too upset about it. It is the first day of the Bundesliga season. Already some teams have played their matches, but for us, it is time for us to go into our game against Schalke. We have made a couple of signings before last time. I know I said that I was done with my signings, but yeah, I couldn't help myself. It's another loan deal. Unfortunately, it wasn't a couple of signings, only one signing, a bit of an exaggeration there by me, but we did bring in this young Italian central midfielder from Inter on loan, and he looks very good. It's a bit of cover. Gosh, the cover that we have in the squad is ridiculous. I'm so excited to get into the season, and I think we'll do very well. I also don't think that you guys saw this guy leave. He's just a bit of a young centre-back that didn't look like he was going to turn into anything amazing, so we got rid of him for only $1.4 million. Not too bad. The club is pretty happy with how I'm doing so far overall. But I don't know their logic behind this one. Disappointed with the finances to do with Arda Turan? What? Mate, if we bought him for $10 million, it would have been a bargain. I don't know what he's on about. And also, apparently, I don't have an amazing amount of support in the dressing room. And I think that is true. Managerial support poor. But at the end of the day, all we've got to do to make that better is come away with a couple of wins. And I'm sure they'll be right on our side. And actually, we did exactly that in our first ever game, our first ever competitive game with the squad, a 10-0 win. I know that they're probably in like the 4th division or 3rd division, I'm not really sure what division it is, but they're quite low down. But 10-0, you take that against anyone. Amazing performances across the board, no one played poorly, and we will definitely take that and go into the next round, which is up against Wolfsburg, quite a while away. But it's always nice to stay in a cup competition. That is where we're going to end this episode, though. We will play the first game of the Bundesliga season in next episode. I know, I'm leaving you on a cliffhanger. I feel like Love Island right now. So make sure you tune into that episode so you don't miss out on seeing how we do in our first game. I'm feeling confident that we might be able to come away with a win. We'll play this game against Schalke and Bayer Leverkusen, two reasonably difficult teams, but I think we will be able to be competitive against them given the signings that we have made. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single episode in this series. Like if you did enjoy it, and I'll see you all later.